Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Sequin Girly Creates. This is one of my Sunday Sews catch-up episodes. It's lovely to have you here. Today I'm going to tell you about things I've made, things I'm planning, and also some charity shop finds. So let's get started. Right, let's start with some charity shop finds. Now, I love shopping in charity shops. I've got several that I really love going to, including the Oxfam Superstore in Oxford, where I often find brilliant sewing finds like patterns and things like that. But I also have my local charity shops that sometimes I just love a little sort of wander around, because the thing about charity shopping is you never know what you're going to find, and sometimes you'll have no success and other times you will. And I often have in my head what I'm looking for, but I'm always open-minded. When I scan the rails, I'm looking at pattern. That's a critical bit for me, because if I'm not looking for something specific, then I'll be looking at pattern. I've got a particular sort of mindset around like vintage pattern. I always search like the bedding and those sections in case there's a great bit of fabric or a tablecloth or something. I always search the jewellery and I look to see if they've got any patterns, that sort of thing as well. So I had a bit of success this week with necklaces, and you know I love my necklace collection. This one here, charity shop find. You know, I find these for like £1 or £2, but it just brings colour to an outfit. I know people who say to me, I want to be more brave with colour. Just a pop of colour from a necklace is a great start, because you can wear something monochrome or something black or white or sort of more muted, get the right colour necklace on top and it just pops it out. So this one I found is like a navy blue. I don't know if you're able to see that, but look at that. And I felt that over like an orange top, not mustard because I can't have that in my face these days, I've worked out, red, something like that. Because it's not black, it's just a bit softer. It's lovely, and I love the way the beads are packed on there, and that was I think £3. In another shop I found this one, which I really love for the silver on it, because I think it gives a real brightness to something you're wearing, that silver. That was £3. The lady had only just put it out. Each of these pieces is single, so it means it moves nicely as well. That would look nice tucked under the collar of a shirt, so just that bit was poking out. In the same shop, which she'd also just put out, was this phenomenal piece. And I thought, again, this over sort of like reds, oranges, even like a black or a blue. I loved the detail. This, if you watch my previous episodes when I talked about Iris Apfel, and that she would wear and build that with other necklaces on top. And that one was £4. And I love the fact that all the way up here, there's the beads all the way around. It's quite a phenomenal piece, isn't it? And then I went into some other shops and I found this one, and this one's perfect for just bringing again a bit of pink. I could definitely wear this one today over this. That would work really well. This would work good with a shirt with just that the colour poking through. I did find some other ones, and sometimes I'll hold them up to myself to see where they'll sit. On one I loved it, but it was super heavy and I knew that wouldn't work. I wouldn't like having that round my neck. This last one was £2.50. So definitely worth keeping your eye out when you're in charity shops. Sometimes I go and I find nothing, and then other times, like this time, I had a good success. I did also find a very amazing coat. I'll pop a picture in of me wearing it here. Wasn't in the shop looking for a coat. Now I'm going to have to find one of my other coats that needs to go, because I really do need to operate a one in, one out on the coat wear ownership, because I have a lot of coats and I couldn't turn this one down, so another one needs to go. And there probably is at least one that I'm not wearing anymore that should go. But sometimes when you find that treasure, you gotta get it. Right, what have I been up to? Well, I've realised this is my first Sunday sews in a couple of weeks, because last Sunday was me telling you all about mine and Christine's trip to Birmingham, and I'd also got the sewcial on, and in the week I didn't do one because I was doing the Pogo Knit Party, which if you're not taking part, do go and find out. Lovely Christine from Gemini Stitches. This week I've been super busy recording podcasts with Jess and So What If I Sew. If you don't know by now, we've got our podcast called So What's New in the Biscuit Tin. I'll link it below so you can go and listen. The third episode has just come out and we've got episode 4 ready to go. We do them every other week, they come out, and we are planning how else we can add little bits in for you. So we're really enjoying your feedback from that. And so I haven't done a huge amount of sewing. I did do some, but not a huge amount. So what have I been doing? Well, if you watched the Birmingham episode, as I'm now calling it, you would have seen that I had finished my, well, I've just seen loads of threads on it. I finished my Sirrocco in the green cord that I talked to you about before. And I wore this all day around Birmingham while we were fabric shopping. I'll put a picture of it here. It is supremely comfy. I'm thinking of wearing it tomorrow to the social, my in-person one that I run, but I do want to do a little tweak on the legs. But oh my goodness, I love it. Secret pyjamas, but felt really nice as well. I walked around Birmingham for a whole day with those threads underneath. No one told me. And I can't remember if I've told you about finishing this, but I love this. I've worn it loads. So it is a my-length sweatshirt. I sized down 2 or 3 sizes from the last time I made it. So I've gone for this, which I bought as a remnant, and then the black. So on the front it looks like this, and then on the back like this. And I love that you can play with the colour blocking and the way that piece works like that. I have one of those. Both of these fabrics are fleece back, like brush backed. Just love it. This was a remnant from Beyond the Pink Door, and the black is from Pan Fabrics, and it's gorgeous quality. I've worn this so many times, so that is a winner for me. I also have finished the matching joggers to go with the other Marlo that I made, and this fabric's also from Beyond the Pink Door, and I've worn these a lot already as well. They're just, oh my goodness, they're just so joyful. The pink Marlo cardigan that I made in this, I have worn loads, and so I'm working on, and I think I might have mentioned before, but I'm working on a cardigan waistcoat. Drafted it from a current waistcoat I have. Obviously this fabric's very different from some fabrics in the way it behaves, so just trialing things out, but I am getting there. I've decided around the sleeve I'm going to use jersey cuffing because I think it might stop it, because it's the hem on that's gone okay. The hem has gone a bit curly at the front. It might just need a good press, but I just thought the cuffing round there might just stop it being weird. That's gone well at the back there. So nearly there, but it's an experiment. If it works, I'll make more. Now, if you've seen other episodes, I made the Max Tee by Chalk and Notch in black quilted, well, it's not quilted, but it looks quilted sort of fabric from Pound Fabrics. I'll put a picture in here if you haven't seen. So I showed you before this ribbed, and I was going to make a dress, but unfortunately the fabric wasn't wide enough and I couldn't get it out. So I thought I'd make another Max Tee. I sized it down a bit, but it's still come up pretty big. So particularly at the back, I'm going to need to do something about that. That's too big for me. I have had it, I've tried it on with a couple of monochrome dresses underneath, and it looks good. So I'm just going to decide on the finished length of it as well. But there's a few little tweaks I need to do before that's finished. Again, that Max Tee in that, like, it's like a sleeveless tunic. I've worn it loads over things in this colder weather, so that's a winner as well. Have cut out another Marlo cardigan, this time in the orange. I've done it another different length. So that one just needs the neckband all the way round, and I'm probably going to do cuffing on the sleeve as well, and I'll need to do the band around the bottom. But these are great for throwing over things and bringing a pop of colour as well. So that's that. And I have already started on another mile end. And I say I haven't done a lot of sewing? I haven't done a lot of finishing. I've done a lot of starting, I've realised. So this mile end is purple and mustard, or even gold coloured cable knit. So I didn't get a huge amount of either, so I thought this is a great way to do it. And then this is the back, but I have decided to do the top stitch, and oh my goodness, look. So I did it down the sleeve as well. Oh, that's nice. With that cable knit, that's gone really well, that top stitch. So this just needs neckband. Now, as you saw in the other mile end, you can do the, like I could do the purple or the mustard at the front and change it. I'm thinking of doing like cuffing to pull it in. So haven't fully decided on the bottom yet, but I'm loving the colour combo on that very much. I started making a Monro Turtle Neck. Who's that by? Suity Patterns. It's a free pattern, but I stopped because wool, the sleeve was tight, and wool, even though that's a good size, the neckband was tight. So I'm the neck, like funnel neck. So I'm actually going to put like a t-shirt neckband on it, and then I might make a little infinity scuff. This reminds me of Ruhbarb and Custard Sweets. Possibly not my best colour, but I love it. So yeah, I stopped, and I asked people on Instagram, and everybody said yes, they are both really tight. So great to have a free pattern, but one you might need to tweak. I'm definitely going to talk more about jumpers in another episode. And then I had to go at a pattern, I think it was called the Poppy Pinafore. I found it in a charity shop, and it was one of those ones where I quite liked the look of it, but I thought the pattern wasn't doing it justice. The picture on the front of the pattern wasn't doing it justice. So I made it in this fabric I bought from someone's D-stash, and I quite like it, and it looks much better. And I didn't line it because I didn't need to, and I didn't put a zip in because this is stretchy. I'll put a picture in here. I'm not 100% sold on whether it's a dress style for me, but it's definitely a dress style I wanted to try, but I'm not sure it's for me. This is like an empire line, and I did lengthen the front bodice because otherwise it would have sat midway across my apex. So yeah, it was an experiment in a very sort of in a fabric that I wasn't bothered about, and I don't know if I'll ever do it again. Right, apart from needing to finish all of those things that I've just showed you, plans, you'll be excited to know I have already cut out things that I bought in Birmingham. So the purple ponte is already cut out in here. For another pair of Walk Boldly trousers, but this time I've slimmed down the leg, so we'll see how that goes. So it's all cut out, ready to go, and I'll be sewing that up very soon. I've also cut out the fabric that I found in Guthrie and Garney, this one, and I've cut it out, the Seasons of East Summer in New York dress top, and I've lengthened it, and I haven't decided yet whether to put like a band around it, just hem it, do like a matching belt, but I'm very excited for that because I think that would be a really good cross-seasonal top, and that is one of my missions, is to find a woven top that I can sew up that looks great with these plain trousers and things that I've made. And then I have also cut out, I can't remember what pattern, oh yes, I think I did it in the Freya, yes, some striped fabric, oh look, some striped fabric just in a Freya, because these are perfect, aren't they, to pair with other things, and it's good to have like those basics too. So what else am I doing today while you're watching this? If you're watching it on Sunday, or if you're watching it after, it will have already happened, is the Southern Social, first one of 2024. So can't wait to tell you about that next time, what I got up to, so that's lovely. And we're back to doing those monthly now. Took January off just because January is a funny old month, and also I do them towards the beginning of the month, and that would have been right near New Year, so that was just a bit too much. I've worked on some items to do a special series for you coming during February as well. So I'll be filming that soon. And I'm working on a pogo knit for the pogo knit party. And as I said, we've recorded some more podcast episodes ready to go. And I'm going to do a special episode for you on one of the sort of trends, that sort of fashion trends at the moment. I've had a look at it and I'm quite interested in it, so I'm going to record you a special episode on that. So I would love to hear what you're up to, and if you haven't watched the Birmingham episode, do go and have a watch, because it's a massive fabric shop event, and I share with you what I'm going to do with them, and you can tell me what you think I should do with some of them as well. And also, if you haven't had a look at the pogo knit party ideas and thought about taking part, please do. Right, I'm off now to finish tidying up my wardrobe cull and sort out that I've done, which I've also filmed for you as well, and to do some sewing. And I will catch you on Wednesday or Thursday around that time, like midweek. Hope you have had a good weekend. See you soon.